Okay, welcome back to Browns franchise. We made the playoffs, and we're going to be taking on the Chiefs in the wild card. We beat them a couple of weeks ago in a fairly close game. Welcome back to Browns franchise. We beat them in a fairly close game a couple of weeks ago. We played them, I think, before we played the Bengals, and we've got a press conference here. We finished the season 10-7. Oh, remember we told the press that we were going to win 10 games. We're going to get some XP and some staff points from that. So we've got like 500 staff points. It's good to use those staff points if we can. Just going to give us more XP and stuff. And then we can reveal a hidden development trait once per season. So we'll hang on to some staff points for that. May have to do that. If we take a look at where our draft pick ended up, we ended up with the 7th pick in the draft from Tennessee, and then we have a 2nd-round pick from Detroit. We may end up trading down from number 7 if we can. We'll kind of see how that goes when we get there, but I want to take a look at the stats for the year. 3,700 yards for Ryan Clayton. Not a ton. 25 touchdowns, 30 picks. Didn't really have the best season. Grant Reese with about 800 yards. Did miss a couple of games. Did have 9 touchdowns. Ryan Clayton had 9 touchdowns as well. Had 400 yards. Jones with 6 touchdowns. Hood with a couple. Jarvis Alexander with 3. Travis Etienne with 1. He just came in for that last game. Receiving, Townsend had 1,000 yards. 6 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns for Grant Reese. 900 yards. Paul Burke, 700 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jaden Smith only played in 11 games, had 30 catches for 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was injured for a while. DK Metcalf had 3 touchdowns. LeBlanc only had 10 catches. He didn't play as much later in the season. Did play every game. He was a special teams a lot. Jaden Collins had 15 catches. Did have a touchdown. Javon Ford had 7 catches, 2 touchdowns. And nobody else scored a touchdown receiving. So defensively, 100 tackles for Trenton Simpson. 96 tackles for John Phelps, who is injured right now. We'll get him back, assuming that we win this game against the Chiefs. So Josh Roth had 80 tackles. So tackles for loss, obviously Trenton Simpson led the team with 24. But he also was tied with Baron Browning, who had 24 tackles for loss. And then Justice McCauley with 22. 17 for Aleem McNeil, 10 for Rasheed Hines, who played a bit. Steven Stills had 10. Roth had 8. 8 for Lovelock, 6 for Phelps, 6 for Weatherspoon. 4 for Dennis Cage, 4 for Julian Gary. And then sacks, 12.5 for Baron Browning. Justice McCauley with 9, Aleem McNeil with 9, 6.5 for Trent Simpson, 6 for Rasheed Hines, 6 for Steven Stills had 6 sacks on the season, but he had like 3 in one game. And then interceptions, not a ton. 3 for Martin Emerson, 2 for John Phelps, 2 for Weatherspoon, 1 for Dennis Cage, 1 for Jelani Tavai, 1 for Max Melton. We can take a look at pass deflections. Max Melton led the team with 8. A couple of guys with 7. John Phelps and Maxwell Herbert, who was playing a little bit of safety while Phelps was injured. Only 1 forced fumble from Baron Browning, and we did not recover it. So I'll take a look at in-season rewards when we get to Super Bowl week. Don't think they do those yet. But we can start this game against the Chiefs. It's the wild card of our training here, our weekly strategy. We can defend the outside run. That's fine. Kind of want to run inside. We've got Travis Etienne. We've got a couple of other backs we signed. And, yeah, they're going to be replacing Reese. Jones is also still injured, so Justice McCauley with an upgrade. We'll go speed rusher. He's almost to a 90 overall. We're probably not going to spend a lot of money in free agency this year, just because we are going to have money to re-sign some of these guys in the future. So we'll go man-to-man for Josh Roth. He's really a man. Corner +1 man coverage, +4 tackle is nice. Gets his tackle up to 70. Not the best tackler, but coverage is pretty good. Go hybrid for Peter Weatherspoon, who just get +3 zone coverage. His zone coverage is not bad. Remember, he was a corner converted to safety. We've got a lot of physical wide receivers. We've got Paul Burke. We've got Smith. Paul Burke with an upgrade to his abilities. Martin Aldridge has an upgrade. We'll go power. +3 run block is nice. What's his run block at? And Martin Emerson, who, I think at some point we are going to have to replace him. He is 29 years old. He starts hitting 30. He's going to start probably regressing pretty soon. Alan Collins is going to go up to an 80. Jaden Collins, go vertical threat. He's playing up to an 80. Really good backup. Paul Spellman, one of our backup corners. Backup left guard, JD Smiley. And I don't think there's anyone else we necessarily need to sit here and go through upgrading, so. Let's get into this game against the Chiefs. I am a little bit concerned about this game. Just not having Reese is tough, and then Phelps is still injured. So,
The NFL playoffs are here.
and it is the Chiefs. I mean,
Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Today it all starts, the first of 6 on this Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cleveland Browns.
it's a home game for us, though, so we do have that on our side.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
Chiefs are going to start with the ball. Which means we get the ball at the half, which I would prefer.
And we are underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing, and now in the playoffs, people always
4,000 yards passing, 41 touchdowns, 4 picks for Patrick Mahomes. During the regular season, one of those picks was against us.
But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Batted down.
First look is incomplete.
Trying to go over the middle there. Just
operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last
really didn't have it.
The bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is
knocked down again by Simpson.
And some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
Now here's Mahomes.
Mahomes is just going to throw it out of bounds, and they're going to go 3 and out here.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly
the defense came to play today. Hood's back to return.
Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Gets a few yards there.
3-yard punt, a return of 5.
Up to the 35.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
25 touchdowns, 30 picks.
Their 3rd-year quarterback.
3,700 yards.
Bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like,
Hood's out there running back. He's going to have a nice run for 14 yards.
Mistake-free and with passion.
First play of the drive going for
Drummond out there now.
Down. Back to throw. Clayton out to the flat. That's complete.
It's a loss of 1, actually.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
ETN in the game now. Using several different running backs to start here.
He'll
get about 4.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Looking to throw. Clayton.
Throwing it to Collins there. He's going to have enough for a first.
He'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Handoff running left is Etienne.
Etienne can't pick up too much of a block there, but he's going to get 6.
From the 32-yard
Not a
line
bad
now,
play
here's
there.
a 2nd down and 4. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 4.
Should throw to Etienne.
To the flat for Etienne. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's a give.
Etienne takes the carry.
It's
another 4 yards.
About 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Touch pass to Metcalf. He gets around the edge. And he's going to score.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Got the lead here in this wild card game against the Chiefs.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Let's kick the ball off here.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra
Just
game.
a handoff.
Precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
They'll get
There's usually
3.
teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season.
Patrick Mahomes getting around everybody.
He goes left side.
He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. What the hell? The amount of missed tackles on that play.
Yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
42 seconds for them to answer.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone.
Should not have happened. Should not have happened.
Him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's...
We're actually going to turn on shoot clock.
For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week.
We're going to try to take as much time off the clock as we can here. We really want to shorten this game. There's Smith with a nice catch.
Smith with a ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Operating from the gun.
It's a short throw to Townsend. They'll get about 7.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Clayton.
Screen to Etienne. Can't pick up a block. Gets enough for a first down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gonna hand this off here.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the
Hood into the game now, right back.
Now Hood. And he'll work it inside.
He'll get enough for the first. Doesn't get much, but
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5.
we don't have to snap the ball here. We can. I think we will.
Looking to throw. Clayton.
That's picked off.
Intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
Chiefs moving the ball well here.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Kind of just hoping to make them settle for a field goal at this point.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Mahomes is sacked. Spare Browning, who led the team in sacks this year with, what was it, 12 and a half?
Looking to throw.
That one's caught. That's a touchdown.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, 30 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it.
Try to hit DK Metcalf there on the deep throw. We're going to put Townsend on a drag here.
Adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case,
that's going to give us enough for a first.
Move for move and knocked it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now ETN, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd and 2. Back to throw.
There's Burke with a catch.
That's Burke. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Off the play fake. Clayton.
Townsend with the catch. Gonna take it into the end zone.
Touchdown.
We might actually go for 2 here.
Big play there. 50 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gonna throw it to ETN. He makes the catch. That's gonna give us the lead.
And of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the
it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now a 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play.
Still got all their timeouts. I haven't used any yet.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Melton knocking it down.
Open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Forcing a long field goal
Now
here.
the Chiefs spring on their field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is
Kick's good.
absolutely perfect. And they have regained the lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Browns drive.
We're going to try to get into field goal range here. I know we only have
Quickly
16
fading
seconds.
here in the 2nd quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's given his guys
Picked off. They're going to line up for another field goal.
Take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Yeah, they're going to decline that, take the field goal.
So still time for the kickoff here.
It's going to give them a
1 second to go
5-point
in the
lead at the
as
half
this one
instead
is
of just a
away.
2.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back.
We're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wild card.
Gronk with a nice return.
All in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards.
Nice run there by Etienne.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
There's a throw to him.
The result only
He'll
4
get
yards
4.
there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun.
Good for Townsend.
Left side complete. That's Townsend.
He's got the 1st down.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun. Clayton.
I thought Smith was going to cut up the field. He didn't, and so we got picked up.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41.
He just sort of stopped there. I thought he was going to cut up the field because he has the option to do that. He did not.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
So we got picked up.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5.
We got to get a stop here.
Again, it's Pacheco. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Back to throw again.
Mahomes is going to get sacked.
He's going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
He's going to force another field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is
Do not run into the fucking kicker.
There's a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard.
Now we got to go for another goal line stand.
Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And we don't. They score a touchdown. How do we run into the kicker?
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to widen.
If we lose this game, I'm going to be pissed off.
Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive takes him down.
Because you can.
Plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
You can probably point to that moment if we lose the game.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
We need a touchdown
Cleveland
this
offense
drive.
ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Clayton. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. ETN bringing in another one. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Metcalf with a pretty good play on the touch pass.
Now the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man.
Burke in motion there.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Clayton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter. Here's a
Townsend
right side.
gets the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Diving for it there.
Play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go
Don't know why we
does
even
not
bothered
pay
to go
off
for 2
as
there.
they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10.
We need to stop.
Just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that.
We're in the 4th quarter now.
Catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the...
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. And this is hauled in by Matthews. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Intercepted by Martin Emerson. That's his 2nd interception this year against Patrick Mahomes. Had one in the first game.
Right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum That's the break that the defense needed.
We are going to go chew clock here.
People are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Clayton taking off here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back to throw. Clayton. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll get
ETN gets 7.
To the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun with ETN. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 30.
10 rushes for 40 yards from ETN.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hood back in the game now.
They run here with Hood. And he can only manage
They'll only
to
get
a couple.
2.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
We're trying to run as much time off the clock as possible here. We're going to hand this off to Hood. I'll get 6. We'll probably run it again here.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice
We should go
run there
RPO peaks.
that keeps them advancing the ball.
We throw this to Townsend.
He finds his man.
He'll get 1.
It's Townsend. Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits.
One's knocked down, incomplete.
And it's incomplete.
And we don't get the first down, and
they turn it over. The Browns
we turn it over on downs.
on
So
4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking
call timeout here.
Protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On 3rd down,
Another run.
And he's going to be taken down.
We'll call another timeout. We're going to get the ball back with a chance to come down and win the game.
That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense.
I'm going to start with the shallow dig.
So now the Browns down 27-21. A minute 45 to play.
Didn't look open there, but we didn't get the ball
They
in.
move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a first down.
Minute 42. We've got 1 timeout.
He's back to throw. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. They'll look to throw.
Townsend going to get the catch.
Complete. It's Townsend. They'll come up now on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're going to go verticals, but again, I'm going to put Townsend on a drag here.
Let your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. This is Hood on the ground. And he gets it
Timeout.
inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns will
We're down to the
use their
9-yard
3rd
line.
and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now
Can't really have anything short of the end zone here.
back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
He'll look to throw.
Just throwing it away there, really.
8 seconds now. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Clayton.
To the end zone. Smith has it. That's a touchdown.
And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one
Back of the end zone for Smith. Extra point gives us the lead here.
That's right, just one more element to complete the
4
victory.
seconds remaining, we take the lead.
Extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. So here's Moody back.
Looks like we're going to move on in the playoffs here. Going to run out of time on the kickoff.
They said beginning of the season they wanted
And
to
we
get
have
past
beaten the
wild
Chiefs in the wild
round.
card.
They just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check
28 for 40 for Ryan Clayton. 4 touchdowns, 3 picks, but got it done rushing. It was a little bit of everybody. But Travis Etienne with 10 for 40. Hood with 6 for 39. Ryan Clayton with a couple of runs. Receiving, it was a lot of Townsend. 9 for 102, 2 touchdowns. Etienne had 8 catches. Smith had 3. Had the touchdown there at the end. Burke had a couple catches. Metcalf, Collins, Hood. Drummond had 1 for a loss of a yard. And then defensively, a couple of tackles for loss. 2 sacks for Baron Browning. Of course, the interception from Martin Emerson. Max Melton and Trenton Simpson leading the team in tackles. Justice McCauley had a sack as well. But we did enough. We did just enough to get past the Chiefs here. And now we're going to get Reese back. We're going to get Phelps back. And we're going to be taking on the Dolphins. The Dolphins are a team that finished just ahead of us in that 3rd spot. And it's going to be the Ravens taking on the Broncos in the other spot. And we lost to the Broncos earlier this season. They have, of course, James Vance now. Of course, we traded him. Reese is back and healthy. Of course, we still got Etienne, Jones, Drum. We got a slew of running backs we can play in this game. But Reese is our guy. Defensively, Phelps is back from injury. So that's going to make things a little bit easier in the secondary. Have some upgrades after practice here. Townsend has an upgrade. Going to go possession. He's playing up to an 89. He's running an 86. Plus 4 medium route running. Plus 1 break tackle. Plus 2 spin move. Plus 1 trucking. He's a pretty decent tight end. Maybe not as good as some of the tight ends I had in Madden 24. But he's pretty good. Of course, the rookie, Damian LeBlanc. Hopefully doesn't lose his star development. We're going to take on the Dolphins now. One game away from the AFC Championship. Hoping the Ravens beat the Broncos because I'd rather play them than...
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend.
Of course, if we play the Ravens, we'll play them at home too. For the higher seed. Can't look ahead. Got to be focused on this game.
Here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Again, that's Ryan Clayton's stats on the season.
But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. But Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him. But they just say, get well, we'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses.
Townsend with the catch there.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Back to throw. Clayton.
Burke actually making the catch there.
That's Burke. Second down and 3. Up the middle they go. Reese. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
Reese has 30 yards already.
A solid game.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. On first down, Reese. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation.
They had that one covered pretty well.
One can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
But Townsend on a drag on this vertical.
That tackle we just saw. Pretty nice.
He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend.
Oh, we're going to take the points here.
Well shy of what he needed.
If it was 4th and 2, 4th and 3, we might think about going for it.
And the Browns are out to a 3-0.
4th and 5, we're not going to take a chance there. We're just going to take the points.
They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And when you review his performance last week,
of course, they still have Tua.
I think that he understands
nearly 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns.
Because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Short throw caught by Dulcich, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 31, here's a second down and 6. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Waddle, the motion man right. Play action. Now it's Tua. Going across the field, he finds Phillips. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw caught by Achane. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
2nd and 13 now.
Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have another
good throw there by Tua.
He's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Tua just barely able to throw it away there.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now Tua. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Tua able to run for a first down there.
By the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Stills with a sack.
Back at the 23-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be incomplete.
We'll force a field goal here.
You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Dolphins tie the game 3. We can be happy with that.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds
And
his man.
Burke's going to take it for a touchdown in the play action
He is
pass.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Paul
A
Burke.
great effort there. 43 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
We might go for 2 here.
Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
They'll look to throw.
That's
This
picked
time for
off.
Smith, and it's intercepted.
Probably should have went to Reese on the
After
play.
one, our score 9-3.
That's the end of the
Start of
quarter.
second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it as we resume action. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught.
That's a deep catch for the Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle.
Couldn't get position there to
And the Dolphins strike
defend the
quickly and
pass.
tie up the ball game. Point after, right down
Dolphins
the middle.
take the lead with the extra
These
point.
guys take the lead here by a point. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like...
Got sacked on that one.
Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Right as I was trying to throw it.
Operating from the gun, Clayton. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground.
Gonna have to punt here.
You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again.
We got to get some more pressure on Tua here.
But ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Short throw caught by Dosich. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. On play action, here's Tua. Steps away. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Another sack.
Applied, and he's going to be taken down.
I think that was Justice McCauley this time.
Back at the 33-yard line.
Brings up a
So now
3rd and
after the
16.
sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw.
To screen, it goes nowhere. Actually going to lose yardage.
Lose yardage back at the 38.
They're
So
going to line
now
up for a
on
long
comes the
field goal here.
unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
They're going to drill it, though.
Got it from 55 yards away. That
55-yard
was
attempt.
and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Reese knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind,
We're going to go for this on 4th and 1.
Marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So the
Big hands there from Townsend to make the catch.
1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Browns.
And we've retaken the lead with the touchdown by Reese. Grant Reese. We're just going to take the extra point, take a 3-point lead here.
They ran it, they got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Moody good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Same connection, Dulcich once again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Can't allow a touchdown.
They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
And of course we allow a touchdown. 41 seconds, all of our timeouts. Maybe we can get a field goal.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go.
Start with a screen pass, maybe.
First half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that.
Just gonna see what we can get. Bouncing off.
You would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Off play action. Clayton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today. But they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions.
Well, we're going down at the half, 20 to 16.
Because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Dolphins get the ball to start the second half.
Now, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done?
How does he get that ball away? He is being tackled.
But it's usually not by himself, is it?
While he
Usually
throws
it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Sacked again.
Gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
3rd and 20.
10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. Aleem McNeil, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back?
We're going to go
track?
Chupa.
Both sides searching for adjustments. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
We can get at least inches out of this.
Now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Throw it to town.
He finds his man.
Gonna get more out of it than that. All the way down. Inside the 10.
Inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. The slot man in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Metcalf on the touch pass.
Score. Touchdown, Browns.
We are going to go for 2.
Metcalf, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have
Nobody's covering Metcalf.
Lead. It's complete. And
It's going to give us
as they convert here for 2.
a 4-point lead instead of a 3.
Back out there now to send this one away.
So they can't tie it up with a field goal. And then if they score a touchdown, we only need a field goal.
30 to 27. Miami set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Tua going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
5th sack of the
And
game.
while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
2 is hurt. We got the backup in the game.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That one's dropped.
Incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He finds his man complete. That's Phillips. He's to the 15. And did he get in?
All the way down to the
Down at
wall.
the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Achan. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. In motion is Phillips. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up.
That's a touchdown.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achan. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights.
This game's been very back and forth. I mean, 2 teams that finished 10 and 7. 2 pretty evenly matched teams here.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup.
Another touch pass to Metcalf. Run the ball with Reese here.
Up the middle they go. Reese. And hold on here.
He got hit hard on that play.
It looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese. And he'll go down at the 28.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on 1st down. Reese. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
I want to get this ball to Collins.
Here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back.
Thought I did anyway. We got picked off. So.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they
Two is still not back in the game.
At their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wyatt, short throw caught by Dulcich. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that.
Handed it off to the fullback. Did not
contact and short of the sticks.
Expect that. It worked.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Intercepted by Herbert.
They need it. It's intercepted. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
Maxwell Herbert with the pick.
Was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Reese is still going. Reese going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Points off the turnover there.
Play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns use the defensive breakdown to take the lead.
Going for 2 again to Townsend.
That's caught, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And out a little across.
Now if they score, we can't just tie the game with a field goal. We can win the game.
And ready to go. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny.
Two is back in the game
but here's
now.
the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
Here's Tua.
Take by Jelani.
The ball away and it falls incomplete.
And they're going to punt. And that just means when we get the ball back, we've got to take some time off the clock. And at the very least, get a field goal.
Taking it about the 16. 49-yard punt. 5 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Got the lead. We've got the ball. Just under 6 minutes to go here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Over the middle, complete. That's Townsend. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Reese, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Go back to Townsend again on this play.
Looking to throw. Clayton, he finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Back to throw.
We're actually going to go to Smith this time.
In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese.
Reese breaking all kinds of tackles.
And just shy of the 40.
Bouncing off of everybody
after
there.
all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Reese to about the 26 here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Going to bring Jones into the game now.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the left side. Reese. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
We can run down a lot of this clock here if we just run the ball.
On 3rd down, Reese. And they're going to
4th and 1.
Short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
We're going to go for it here.
They'll go with Jones.
Jones has the
He will
first.
have a Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking
And that's
like
going to
that'll
do
be
it. We can
one
take a
to
knee if
seal
we
the
want.
victory.
Don't necessarily have
They
to.
go to a knee here, and with that, it's
But we're going to beat the
AFC
Dolphins.
title
And we've now won
game.
2 playoff games.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those
3
out on the field
touchdowns,
right
2
away.
picks,
And just
297
think about the
yards.
pressure for the players now. Family's going to be talking
Tua
about
had a good
tickets to
game,
the
no
Super Bowl
interceptions.
even before you play the conference championship game.
But Stephen Wyatt, the backup who came in, did throw a pick. Rushing, Reese had 28 carries for 157 yards, averaged 5.5 per attempt. So real good, had 131 yards receiving as well. Defensively, 3 tackles for loss for Trenton Simpson, 2 for Justice McCauley, 2 sacks from McCauley, 1 for Lee McNeil, 1 for Hines, 1 for Stills, and the pick by Maxwell Herbert. Oh, I don't even know how he got on the field, but he got an interception, so. Maxwell Herbert was an upgrade. We are into conference championship week. And it is going to be the Denver Broncos. How badly did they beat the Ravens? 38-15. I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to beat the Broncos. So we might. We'll have to see. Could defend the outside, run inside. That's fine. Have a couple of upgrades before we get started here. Let's find auto upgrade.
It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Denver.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Drummond on the return here.
Able to take it past the 25 and up to the
We're taking on the
28-yard
Broncos.
line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play a really
Reese getting outside, gets a first down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Go to Reese again.
First down. He'll get this up to about
We'll get 2 more.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly.
Go for it here on 4th and 1. Just hand it off to Reese.
Turned out not to be the correct decision.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Broncos.
We're going to go 2 clock early here.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 8. Operating
It's to
from the gun.
Burke.
Clayton, he finds his man, complete. That's Burke. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Looking to throw. Clayton. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The disappointment. Sequence there, he was starting to turn nothing. And then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the
I can't challenge the play? What?
you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
James Vance playing. Of course, we traded him to the Broncos for a bunch of picks. We couldn't afford to re-sign him, so
Here's Nix.
Bo Nick's going to get sacked there by Simpson.
And that's going to make it 4th
And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
Fair catch, that one.
And taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On first down, Reese. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise.
Metcalf hadn't dropped the ball there. We would have had a first down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Clayton on the throw, led him too much.
He got bumped there.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, Clayton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
It's the end of the first, 0-0 right here.
It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun.
Throw to Burke.
Finds his man complete. That's Burke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Reese. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 50 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And he's in. Touchdown.
Quarterback run up the middle for Clayton.
It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Browns are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Vance. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second.
Vance going to get 4 there.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Vance, 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's in the
Yeah, they get the 1st down on the screen.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
If we could somehow force a field goal here, I would be very happy with this drive. Defensively.
They'll run on 1st down. Vance, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Steps away to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver.
They're just going to kick the extra point here.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
They're not going to chase points early.
The Broncos have cut the lead back down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clayton, he finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Reese. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He finds his man complete. That's Townsend. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Back to throw. Clayton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down with a first.
I know, I just ran that play like 4 times in a row.
And we go to the 2-minute warning. Smith, the man
Yeah.
in motion left.
I mean,
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
doing much better than we did in the first game against the Broncos. We played them in the regular season, and Clayton got hurt in the first half. And we got blown out. They were 13 and 4.
26-yard line just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready
Number
to go.
1 seed in the
With
playoffs.
time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Nix. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Yeah,
Sacked in the first half. It's going pretty well.
Let's get back to it.
Pretty happy with how we're playing.
And we welcome you back live.
Denver gets the ball. Start the second half here.
For the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Only 68 total yards for Denver in that first half.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw is Nix. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Probably going to go right into the off season after this if we end up playing in the Super Bowl after the Super Bowl.
He'll be stopped right at midfield.
Right into the off season. So
on first down, Vance, and he'll go down shy of the 40.
we have the 7th pick in the draft.
Still a
Traded
few
for
inches short of a first down
what
as
at
they
the
come up
time
on
was a
2nd down.
late round pick, I think, from the Titans, but they ended up having a bad season. So
They'll keep it on the ground.
If we can trade down, we might do that unless there's somebody we really want to take at 7.
They'll run on first down. Vance. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the
I think we're
line
going to
of
stick with the
scrimmage.
recent running
So
back
after
for
the
a couple
loss
of
a yard, they'll look to
seasons.
push forward here on second down and
He's been good for
11.
us. I don't
throw. Nix.
change that up at all.
A gain of 8 there on the play.
Maybe at some point he'll get a
3rd and 4 now.
dev trade scenario and we can upgrade his
Working out the
development
Gunners
trade.
Nix. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. Back to throw. Nix. Finding Otten once more. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now a first carry here for their running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1 here.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard
Another
line.
sack, and that's going to force a field goal.
Bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Pretty long drive there to end in a field goal.
And his kick is good. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break.
Drummond out to the 30.
Say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead.
We'll go 2 clock
Help us
from the
out.
beginning
Hold 'em.
here.
Let's get the ball back for us.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese.
Reese with a big run.
He's free going down the
Reese
left
might go all the way here.
side.
Touchdown, Grant Reese.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Took it all the way for a
A
touchdown.
great effort there.
So much for going 2
With his
clock.
2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are
22 to 10 the lead here now.
into their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch.
They had the
As you said,
long,
they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that
kind of
doesn't mean it can't
methodical
come
drive
later
the
in
last
game
time.
on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
You know,
yeah, a little
if we
tired, and
force
if
them to
nothing
do
else,
that
they
again,
just
take a
feel
long
getting upfield, only giving up 3.
time to
They
get
don't
any
simply
kind
feel
of
like they've handled the
points here.
offense.
This offense in
You know, that's
desperate need of a
fine.
conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a 2-possession game, so
Back to throw.
if we can force a punt, that would be good. That's going to be dropped. They are going to have to punt here. I was expecting that to be caught. It looked like he had it.
The punt team
Just
on
drop the
now
ball.
as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So
And now we're looking to run
possession
some
here on the punt.
Get this game into the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Reese, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle they go. Reese, and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's the end of the third.
1 quarter remains until we crown the
And a
AFC
2-possession lead going
champion.
into the fourth
Welcome
quarter.
back now to Denver. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Reese. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
We're just going to continue running the ball with Reese as much as we can.
They'll try the left side. Reese. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Smith in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down.
Touch pass to Smith gets us the 1st down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Reese. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
We're just trying to take time off the clock here.
Up the middle they go. Reese. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Threw that one just a little too early, I think.
You feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
We are dead last in the league in takeaways.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
4 minutes to go. Still a 2-possession lead here.
They'll run it here on the jet sweep.
They've got a jet sweep.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Nix.
Go next to the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Denver from 17 yards out. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Now a handoff up the middle. Reese. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important thing.
Tried to take off with Clayton. We didn't get anything. We're going to have to punt here.
Fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
There's no way we can go for it on 4th and 10.
Now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So the Broncos now down by 5. A minute 54 on the clock. Back to throw. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Otten.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll look to throw.
Bo Nix's going to take it in for a touchdown. Scrambling for it.
In the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
They'll look to throw.
Sacked on the 2-point attempt, so we can win it with a field goal.
And they fail on the try for 2.
Got a minute in all 3 of our timeouts.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again.
Or he's breaking a tackle there, getting it out to the 50. So the target there's the 41-yard line.
He's back to throw.
Picked off.
That's gonna sabotage their comeback.
Tried to get it to Townsend and it got picked off.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
We have 3 timeouts here.
For the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle they go. Vance. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and
that's the game. They're going to take a knee.
Now a timeout called for by
we absolutely blew this game.
It'll come with 36 seconds to go.
I blew it throwing the interception, but
2nd and 11.
We could have stopped them from getting that 1st down. Maybe we would have had a chance. But we're just not quite the level of the Broncos offensively, maybe with James Vance. They've got some good defensive players as well. We're not going to look at the stats. We know we blew it, so. Grant Reese has an upgrade. We're going to go elusive back. Awareness, break tackle. Juke move, spin move. Here's a Pro Bowl roster here. Grant Reese is in the Pro Bowl. I think that's our fullback McCain in the Pro Bowl. Townsend's in the Pro Bowl. Is that our left tackle Hartman? Justice McCauley. Simpson's in the Pro Bowl. Baron Browning. Oh, okay. We got some guys in the Pro Bowl. And the Cowboys made the Super Bowl. It's a few of the yearly awards. We haven't done that. Brock Purdy winning MVP. Coach of the Year goes to the guy for the Panthers. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Downs. Grant Reese finishing 4th for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Baron Browning finishing 4th as well. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Best running back goes to Grant Reese. Okay. Best wide receiver. Baron Browning finishing for best linebacker. And then Trenton Simpson just missed Magali behind him. Jake Moody finishing 2nd for best kicker. It's either going to be the Cowboys or the Broncos. And it is the Broncos. Bo Nix winning Super Bowl MVP. This is staff week. Got a couple of messages here. Off-season workouts. To a Grant Reese. Got practice squad players that need upgrades. We could pick up the option for Ryan Clayton. I don't think we will. I don't think we'll pick up the option on any of these guys. I think we're just going to try to re-sign them next year. I think we are going to try to. Well, maybe we can see the beginning of next year. These guys will be back in free agency. We are going to try to re-sign our full. We don't have money to re-sign our fullback. Okay. Well, we're not going to re-sign anybody then. We don't have any cap money. I guess we could see who's in free agency. Patrick Mahomes was in free agency. He's going to the Packers. Dexter Lawrence to the Colts. Patrick Mahomes, the Packers. Let's do our private workouts here. We've got a top 5 corner in the class. We've got a top 5 middle linebacker, top 5 running back. I was not necessarily thinking about drafting a running back. But knowing he's top 5. Top 5 middle linebacker might be nice. We're going to check out the other middle linebacker as well. This guy's round 3 to 4, so he's not very good. The other middle linebackers are round 1 talent. Okay, so we know about 3 top 5 guys. And I don't think we're in a position to get the corner. He's supposed to go at 3. We actually have the 6th pick in the draft. Okay. We might be able to trade down and still get a top 5 talent or 2.
Every career starts.
The left tackle goes first. Is that the quarterback that went next? The corner went. We weren't really in a position to take him. Okay, I want to trade down. I don't want to trade down super far. Could just make our selection here and go with the middle linebacker. Let's see if we can trade down to 10 with the Steelers or maybe 9 with the Buccaneers. Or I don't want to trade our second. They're over the cap, so we don't want to trade with them. The Bears have pick 11, and their number 1 need is middle linebacker. That doesn't get us hardly anything. Okay. Oh, that's close. Okay, so we just picked up pick 11 from the Bears. Traded a few players to do it. Hopefully the running back is still on the board then. Don't know what pick he's exactly supposed to go up, but we're going to take the top 5 linebacker, Trevor Barnett. They just took a corner. They just took a receiver. They just took a quarterback. And the running back still on the board. He's a top 5 talent. He's an elusive back. Great speed, great acceleration. Number 2 in the class. 94 speed, 91 agility, 93 acceleration, 89 change of direction. And I'd like to trade back up into the second round. Maybe with the Bills. The Bills have 0 in cap room, so that's not going to. Martin Emerson, a 4th round pick, 2 future 6s. Does not quite get us there. Future 5 and a 6. Still doesn't get us there. I do like the idea of trading Martin Emerson, who's down to normal development. Likely going to use this pick to draft a corner. Just McCauley's actually up to X Factors. And so is Josh Roth. They need a right end. If we trade Lovelock for... Can we get a 2nd and 2/3 out of it? No, we can't. Can we get a 2nd and a 3rd? No. Can we get just the 2nd? Not quite. If we give them our 4th round pick, can we get it? Almost. Throw in the 2 future 6s. Not quite. Future 5. That's going to get it done. We got a second round pick. Skip ahead to that pick. There's a top 5 corner just sitting here. It's a man-to-man guy. A man, B zone. We're going to take Carlos Hooks. 4th in the class. We drafted him at 39. Normal development. That's probably why he's still here. But going to be a really good player to bring in, especially with trading Martin Emerson. Is there anybody else we'd like to get back into the second round for? Any other corners? Corners what we really scouted. There's another round 1 guy here who's a zone guy. Who has the next pick? Bengals. Let's try to trade up with the Buccaneers. Oh, we can't. They don't have cap room, do they? Maybe the Lions? Oh, we didn't trade Martin Emerson. We traded Lovelock. Does anybody want Martin Emerson? It gets us pick 50. Hopefully that corner's still available. He may not be. He actually is. Okay. He's a zone guy, but he's round 1 talent. A zone, C man. Hopefully he's got hidden dev. 8th in true value. He's got normal development. I think that's going to be it for this draft. We have a 7th round pick. We're just going to trade it for 6, future 6.
Has been traded.
We may pick somebody here. There's a punter. We don't really need a punter. Is there anybody? This guy's got elite acceleration and elite speed and stuff. We're gonna take him. He's not good. He is somewhat athletic. Draft recap. We got a 77 overall middle linebacker, a 78 overall running back, and Deontay Lau. So well. Carlos Hooks is a 77, and Clayton Tolliver is a 76. So some upgrades on defense. And let's look who was the best player in the draft. There was an 80 overall corner. It's the guy that went at 3. Got the second best player in the draft, the running back. I think we did pretty good. Weren't really in a position to get the other corner, so that's unfortunate, but +2 ball carrier vision and trucking and juke move for a race. It's kind of unfortunate though, because we did not really need a running back, and then we drafted one. Townsend's up to superstar. The Blanc lost star development. Okay. Baron Browning went down to normal. Lee McNeil's down to normal. Roth is our #1 corner now. Got some normal development guys in there that are going to be pretty good. We're going to check out free agency. Montez Sweat in free agency. I'll take him. We don't have the cap room. Whose contract can we? We might actually end up trading a Liam McNeil. We're going to bring back Junior McCain, our fullback. Be an interesting story if we brought back Greg Newsom. I don't think so. Do need a couple of receivers though. T. Higgins. I like somebody young enough that they're still going to develop if we decide to resign. Could bring back Javon Ford. Xavier Legette. I kind of like how DK Metcalf played for us last year. We're going to bring him back. Then we're going to bring back Jerry Jeudy, who was, of course, with us at the beginning. Let's go most rushing yards. Intense is his personality type. I don't know why that didn't work. It just didn't work for whatever reason. Okay. He definitely is an intense personality type. But... Oh, we can cut this 58 overall left tackle. Reese won the battle. Sure. Even though I don't know what we're going to do with Reese and the new running back. Our identity is stopping the run for sure. Trevor Barnett has 2 upgrades. We don't need that because he doesn't. Bunch of upgrades for Jaden Smith. Go hybrid for Phelps. Oh, we'll go power rusher for Steven Stills. +1 kick accuracy for our punter Hines here. He can go power rusher. We need another defensive lineman. Dennis Cage has an upgrade. Go man to man. Power for Alan Collins, our center. Some pass block upgrades. Baron Browning. Who is 32. He has regressed at this point. And I don't think we need to worry about the rest of them. League One, we've got the Cardinals. We're going to reveal the development trait of a player. We're going to do the running back. And he's just star development. So maybe we will start race. We're going to move Simpson to outside linebacker. Nobody wants to trade for Lee McNeil. Okay. The Bills have been bad. Can we get pick 5, pick 37? First next year. First in 2034. A second next year. And a third. No, no, we couldn't. Didn't think so. Could we just get 3 first-round picks? Not quite. Looking to see if there's a team whose number 1 need is receiver. The Packers' number 2 need is receiver, but they're going to end up being good because they have Patrick Mahomes. The Panthers, Patriots' number 1 need is receiver. They're not as interested in him, though, actually. Ravens have great interest. That'd put them over the cap, though. I wonder. They are interested in corners. We throw in Dennis Cage. Massive trade. We're going to trade Smith, Cage, and Simpson. A future first, a future second 3 years from now, and a third for a first this year, a first next year, a first the year after, a second next year, and future thirds. They have Xavier Worthy, Buka Nakua, and Tank Dell. Interesting. I think I want to trade for a defensive tackle instead of receiver. That would put us over the cap. Can't do that. That's going to do it. Okay. Got a defensive tackle. Okay. So we've changed up things on this team a little bit. Okay. I think we're all right. I don't know if I want to play this game against the Cardinals. Right now, I might actually end the stream soon. Which I think we're going to do that. Start off the, what is this, the 2031 season against the Cardinals, who have Anthony Richardson, who we traded to them a couple of years back. We are going to hang on to our first round pick from the Steelers. So that we have a first.